Hey everyone, and welcome back to AI Toolbox. We always spotlight the most cutting-edge AI tools out there, and today we're diving deep into AquaNet. Now, this is an AI platform that's been creating some serious buzz, both in the world of agriculture and in tech circles. I mean, some are even calling it a potential game changer for sustainability. So is it all hype? Or does AquaNet really live up to its promise? Well, let's find out. This AI brainchild of MIT's AI lab is designed to optimize something. That's pretty fundamental, water usage in agriculture.
Yeah, it's fascinating to see AI, which we often associate with things like self-driving cars or,
Yeah.
really complex stuff, being used to tackle a challenge as down-to-earth as irrigation. It really speaks to the versatility of this technology.
Okay, let's break down exactly what AquaNet does.
At its core, AquaNet is all about precision. You see, it takes real-time data, things like hyperlocal weather forecasts and on-the-ground soil moisture readings, and it combines that with historical data to create a super detailed picture of what's happening in a farmer's fields. And then its AI algorithms crunch all that information to predict the best possible watering times and amounts for different crops.
So it's like having a personal AI assistant who is an expert in both meteorology and plant science, constantly analyzing your fields and telling you exactly when and how much to water. That's incredible.
Yeah, and the best part is, AquaNet doesn't take a one-size-fits-all approach. Farmers can actually tweak the AI models to match their ATSIS, specific crops, and the unique conditions of their region, making the system even more precise.
That level of customization is key. It ensures that AquaNet isn't just some theoretical tool, but something that can actually be implemented and used effectively in diverse farming environments.
Absolutely. And let's not forget about the user interface. The developers clearly put a lot of thought into making AquaNet accessible, even for farmers who might not be, you know, tech wizards.
That's crucial for adoption, right? I mean, what's the point of having a groundbreaking AI platform if no one can figure out how to use
So
it?
precisely, a user-friendly interface is key to getting this technology into the hands of the people who need it most, the farmers.
That I know as some of you might be thinking, so what?
Hmm.
Why should I care about precise watering?
And this conservation translates directly into cost savings for farmers. Less water use means lower water bills, which can make a real difference to their bottom line.
It's a win-win situation, helping farmers save money while also being more sustainable. Who doesn't love that?
It goes even deeper than that when you optimize water use. You also get healthier crops and higher yields. Plants that receive just the right amount of water at the right time, they thrive, they grow stronger, produce more fruit, and are more resistant to disease.
So not only are we saving water and money, but we're also potentially increasing food production. That's a huge deal, especially with the global population continuing to grow and concerns about food security rising.
You're right. The implications for global food security are significant. This is where AquaNet really starts to look like a game changer, offering a way to produce more food with less water, a critical need in the 21st century.
It's a pretty exciting prospect. But of course, no technology is perfect, right? There are always challenges to consider.
Of course. One potential challenge is the integration of AquaNet with existing farm infrastructure. Not all farms have the latest and greatest technology, and some might struggle to incorporate AquaNet into their current setup.
That's a valid point. It's something that the developers need to consider carefully, making sure the implementation process is as smooth as possible, especially for farmers who might not have a lot of tech support
Yeah.
at their disposal.
Another potential issue is data dependency. AquaNet's AI relies heavily on the quality and availability of data in regions with limited data access or spotty internet connectivity. The system might not be as accurate or reliable.
That's true. AquaNet's effectiveness hinges on good data, which highlights the importance of addressing the digital divide, even in agriculture.
Exactly. We need to ensure that all farmers, regardless of their location or resources, can benefit from these technological advancements.
So how does AquaNet compare to other irrigation tools out there?
Well, while there are other irrigation management systems available, AquaNet's advanced AI capabilities really set it apart. It's not just about collecting data, it's about using that data intelligently to make predictions and optimize irrigation practices in ways that traditional methods simply can't match.
So we're not just talking about incremental improvements here. It's a potential paradigm shift in how we approach irrigation.
Precisely. AquaNet represents a leap forward, leveraging the power of AI to make irrigation more precise, efficient, and ultimately more sustainable.
We've talked a lot about the technical aspects of AquaNet.
Yeah.
But let's get to the human side of things. What's the community response been like? Have you seen any interesting reactions or conversations happening around this technology?
Definitely. There's a palpable buzz online with hashtags like hashtag AquaNet and hashtag Smart Irrigation trending across agricultural and tech forums. It's clear that this tool has captured the imagination of many, both within and beyond the farming community.
It's always a good sign. When a technology generates that kind of organic excitement, it shows that people are recognizing its potential and are eager to see how it can be applied in the real world.
And it's not just casual chatter either. Influential voices in the farming community, like Farmers World magazine, have publicly praised AquaNet, calling it a game changer for sustainable agriculture.
That kind of endorsement from respected industry leaders carries a lot of weight. It lends credibility to AquaNet and suggests that it's more than just a flashy tech novelty.
Absolutely. And the conversation extends beyond just farming. Tech influencers are also chiming in, discussing AquaNet's scalability and its potential impact on global food security. It seems like people are starting to realize that this technology has implications that reach far beyond individual fields and farms.
It's exciting to see that kind of cross-sector interest and engagement. It suggests that AquaNet has struck a chord, tapping into a broader desire for innovative solutions to pressing global challenges.
It's a testament to the power of technology to bring people together and inspire collaborative action.
We've covered a lot of ground here. What are your overall thoughts on AquaNet so far? Are you as impressed with its potential as I am?
It's definitely an intriguing development. The combination of cutting-edge AI with a critical need like water management is a powerful recipe for positive change. I'm particularly excited about its potential to contribute to a more sustainable and equitable food system.
Me too.
Yeah.
And what about you listening in? What's your take on AquaNet? Share your thoughts with us on social media. We'd love to hear from you.
And be sure to follow @AI for the People for more deep dives into the fascinating world of AI and its impact on our lives.
We'll be back after a quick break to delve even deeper into the real-world impact and potential future of AquaNet. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to our deep dive into AquaNet. Before we dig deeper, I'd like to address a common question I see popping up online. Does AquaNet actually work in the real world? And the answer is a resounding yes. In fact, early studies from farms using AquaNet have shown some really promising results.
Okay, spill the tea. What kind of results are we talking about?
Well, for starters, farms utilizing AquaNet have reported water consumption reductions of up to 30%. That's huge, not just in terms of environmental impact, but also for a farmer's bottom line. We're talking about significant cost savings on water bills.
A 30% reduction in water use. That's not just a drop in the bucket. That's a whole tidal wave of savings. No wonder people are excited about this technology.
Exactly. And it's not just about saving water. These same farms are also seeing yield increases, some reporting up to a 15% boost in crop production that's directly linked to healthier, more robust plants that are getting exactly the water they need to thrive.
So we're talking about a double whammy of benefits. Less water used.
Yeah.
And more food produced. It's like we're squeezing more juice out of every drop, so to speak.
That's a great way to put it. And these tangible results really underscore the point that AquaNet isn't just some pie-in-the-sky concept. It's a tool that's already making a difference in the real world.
Now, we talked earlier about some potential drawbacks, like integration challenges and data dependency. But I'm curious, are there any concerns about the AI itself, maybe making mistakes or not adapting well to unpredictable events?
That's a great question, and it's one that researchers are actively investigating. You know, the most exciting aspects of AquaNet is that its AI is constantly learning and evolving. It's not a static program. It's a dynamic system that adapts to new data and refines its predictions over time.
So it's like it's getting smarter with experience. That's reassuring, especially when we're talking about something as vital as water management.
Exactly. The AI is designed to account for things like unpredictable weather patterns, and even changes in soil conditions. It's constantly analyzing the data, looking for patterns, and adjusting its recommendations accordingly.
So if there's a sudden heat wave
Yeah.
or an unexpected downpour, AquaNet can adjust the irrigation schedule on the fly.
You got it. It's like having a 24/7 irrigation consultant who's always monitoring the situation and making sure your crops are getting the optimal amount of water, no matter what Mother Nature throws their way.
That's pretty impressive. It sounds like AquaNet is more than just a tool. It's almost like a partner in sustainable farming.
That's a great way to think about it. And that partnership extends beyond the individual farm. Remember, when we optimize water use at the farm level, we're also contributing to more sustainable water management on a larger scale.
Right, it's all connected. What happens on one farm can have a ripple effect on the entire ecosystem. So by using AquaNet to conserve water, farmers are actually playing a role in protecting water resources for their communities and beyond.
Precisely. It's a beautiful example of how individual actions, when powered by technology and informed decision-making, can have a collective positive impact on the environment.
It's a reminder that sustainability isn't just some abstract concept. It's something we can all contribute to, one smart decision at a time.
And when we zoom out and consider the potential impact of AquaNet on a global scale, things get really exciting.
Oh, I love it when we zoom out. Tell me, what do you see when you look at the bigger picture?
Imagine a world where every farm is equipped with a tool like AquaNet. We're talking about a potential paradigm shift in agricultural practices, a move towards a more efficient,
Yeah.
sustainable, and resilient food system.
And what about the impact on global food security? You mentioned that earlier.
Well, with AquaNet,
Mhm.
we could potentially produce significantly more food with the same amount of water, or even less. This could be a game changer in regions struggling with water scarcity and food insecurity.
That's a powerful thought. It's like we're not just talking about optimizing irrigation. We're talking about optimizing our entire relationship with food and water.
It's about leveraging technology to create a more harmonious balance between human needs and environmental sustainability.
So what you're saying is AquaNet isn't just about watering plants. It's about watering the seeds of a better future.
Exactly. And that's a future I think we can all get behind.
We've talked a lot about the potential of AquaNet. But as with any new technology, there are always questions about the future. Where do you see this technology going in the next 5 to 10 years?
I think we're just scratching the surface of what's possible with AquaNet. One exciting area of development is the integration of even more data sources. Imagine combining satellite imagery, soil sensors, and even drone data to create an even more granular and precise picture of what's happening on a farm.
It's like giving AquaNet superhuman vision, allowing it to see and understand the farm in ways that were never possible before.
Exactly. And as the AI continues to learn and evolve, it could start to offer even more sophisticated insights and recommendations.
Such as, give me some examples. What kind of futuristic features are we talking about?
Well, imagine AquaNet being able to predict pest outbreaks or disease risks, allowing farmers to take preventative action before problems even arise.
It's like having a crystal ball. But instead of vague predictions, you get actionable insights backed by data.
Precisely. We could even see AquaNet integrated with other farm management systems, creating a truly holistic and intelligent platform for optimizing all aspects of agricultural production.
It's like we're moving towards a future of automated AI-powered farms, where every decision is made with precision and efficiency.
While I don't think we'll be seeing fully automated farms anytime soon, I do believe that AI will play an increasingly central role in agriculture, helping us produce more food with fewer resources and less impact on the environment.
That's a future I could definitely get excited about. But before we get carried away with visions of AI-powered farms, let's bring it back to the present.
Sounds good. What else is on your mind?
We've talked about the technology, the impact, and even the future of AquaNet. But I'm curious, what about the people behind it? Who are the developers? Who brought this incredible tool to life?
Well, as we mentioned earlier, AquaNet was born out of MIT's AI lab, a hotbed of innovation and technological advancement. But it's not just about the institution, it's about the individuals, the passionate researchers and engineers who dedicated years of their lives to making this vision a reality.
It's always fascinating to peek behind the curtain and see the human faces behind these groundbreaking technologies.
Absolutely. And in the case of AquaNet, the development team is a diverse group of experts, from computer scientists and data analysts to agronomists and hydrologists.
So it's a true collaboration
Yeah.
between the tech world and the agricultural world.
Exactly. And that cross-disciplinary approach is essential for creating solutions that are not only technologically advanced, but also practical and relevant to the needs of real-world farmers.
It's a reminder that innovation often happens at the intersection of different fields and perspectives.
I couldn't agree more.
Now, I know you're passionate about AI and its potential to change the world. What excites you the most about AquaNet?
What excites me most is the potential for scalability. AquaNet isn't just a solution for a handful of farms. It's a platform that could be deployed globally, potentially impacting millions of farmers and billions of consumers.
It's like we're talking about a technological ripple effect, where one innovation can trigger a cascade of positive changes across the entire food system.
And beyond. Remember, the principles behind AquaNet, data-driven decision-making, resource optimization, and predictive analytics can be applied to other industries as well.
Oh, I love it when we connect the dots. So what you're saying is, AquaNet isn't just a solution for agriculture, it's a blueprint for a more sustainable future across the board.
Exactly, and that's a thought that keeps me up at night, in a good way, of course.
I know the feeling. It's inspiring to think about the ripple effects of innovation and how one seemingly small idea can have a massive impact on the world.
It's a reminder that we all have a role to play in shaping the future, whether we're developing cutting-edge technology or simply choosing to support sustainable practices in our daily lives.
Well said. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the nitty-gritty details of AquaNet's AI to its potential to revolutionize global agriculture. But I think it's time to bring this deep dive to a close.
Agreed, it's been a fascinating conversation.
Welcome back to AI ToolBox. We've spent this episode exploring AquaNet, from its inner workings to its real-world impact, and even its potential to reshape global agriculture. But before we sign off, I want to shift gears a bit and talk about something that's been on my mind throughout this entire conversation.
Oh, I'm intrigued. What's caught your attention?
Well, we've talked a lot about the positive aspects of AquaNet, and rightfully so. But as with any powerful technology, there are also potential downsides or unintended consequences that we need to consider. It's like that old saying, with great power comes great responsibility.
That's a wise observation, and it's something I think about often. Technology is a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill. The key is to be aware of the potential pitfalls and to approach innovation with a sense of caution and ethical responsibility.
Exactly. So what are some of the potential downsides or challenges we should be thinking about when it comes to AI and agriculture?
Well, one concern that comes up frequently is the potential for job displacement. As AI systems like AquaNet become more sophisticated, they could potentially automate tasks that are currently performed by human workers, such as irrigation management or crop monitoring.
That's a valid concern. Automation has always been a double-edged sword, bringing efficiency and productivity gains, but also rigid questions about the impact on employment.
It's crucial that we approach AI adoption in a way that benefits all stakeholders, not just a select few. That means investing in education and retraining programs to ensure that workers have the skills they need to thrive in an increasingly automated world.
It's about empowering people, not replacing them. We need to make sure that the benefits of AI are shared broadly, not concentrated in the hands of a few.
Absolutely. Another potential challenge is the issue of data privacy and security. AquaNet relies heavily on data, and as we discussed earlier, that data needs to be accurate, reliable, and secure. But what happens if that data falls into the wrong hands or is used for purposes other than what was intended?
That's a scary thought. We've seen countless examples of data breaches and misuse in other industries, and it's essential that we learn from those mistakes and put safeguards in place to protect sensitive agricultural data.
Agreed. Data governance and cybersecurity need to be top priorities as we move towards an increasingly data-driven agricultural system.
And what about the potential for bias? We've heard a lot about algorithmic bias in other AI applications, where systems can perpetuate and even amplify existing societal biases. Could something similar happen in agriculture?
It's a question worth pondering. AI systems are only as good as the data they are trained on, and if that data reflects existing biases, the AI could potentially make decisions that are unfair or discriminatory.
For example, if the data used to train AquaNet comes primarily from large-scale commercial farms, the AI might not be as effective or equitable when applied to small-scale family farms or farms in developing countries.
That's a great point. We need to be mindful of the potential for bias and ensure that AI systems are developed and deployed in a way that is inclusive and benefits all farmers, regardless of their size, location, or resources.
It's about using AI to level the playing field, not tilt it further in favor of those who are already advantaged.
Precisely. Another concern I have is the potential for over-reliance on technology. AI systems like AquaNet can be incredibly powerful tools, but they should not be seen as a replacement for human knowledge, experience, and intuition.
It's about finding the right balance between technology and human expertise. We don't want to become so dependent on AI that we lose sight of the fundamental principles of good farming.
Exactly. Farmers have been cultivating land and growing crops for millennia, and their accumulated knowledge and wisdom are invaluable. AI should be seen as a complement to that knowledge, not a substitute for it.
It's about using technology to enhance human capabilities, not to replace them.
And ultimately, it's about remembering that agriculture is more than just a business. It's a way of life, a connection to the land, and a source of nourishment for humanity.
It's about nurturing that connection, not severing it.
Well said. I think we've covered some important ground here. While AI has incredible potential to revolutionize agriculture, we need to approach its adoption with a sense of awareness, responsibility, and a commitment to ensuring that its benefits are shared, broadly and equitably.
I couldn't agree more. It's like we're navigating uncharted territory here. And it's essential that we proceed with both excitement and caution, always keeping in mind the long-term impact of our decisions.
It's a journey that will require collaboration, dialogue, and a willingness to learn and adapt as we go.
So, to our listeners out there, we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the potential benefits and challenges of AI in agriculture? What questions or concerns do you have?
Share your insights and perspectives with us on social media. We believe that these conversations are crucial for shaping the future of agriculture in a way that is both sustainable and equitable.
And as always, be sure to follow @AI for the People for more deep dives into the fascinating world of AI and its impact on our lives. Until next time, stay curious, stay engaged,
And keep questioning the world around you.